Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. We've got some early morning trucking to knock out today. It's about 4:45 in the morning. We're going to Jason's house to pick up the gooseneck, and then we've got a 3.5 hour drive ahead of us to go start our adventure today. So, of course, it's a nice, lovely wintry mix. Everything's a little frozen, so that always adds to the adventure. But we'll go get hitched up and then start beating down the highway. Pulling out here, we've got our automatic hubs disengaging here. Bet you didn't know you could get that feature on these Fords. Made it up here to the bank. Alright, y'all, we're about 25 minutes out from our final destination. Getting a little bit of go-go juice back there. Been on the road about 3 hours now. Letting Jason drive for a while. We just pulled into the auction site up here a little early. Now that we're in the light, you can see the truck and trailer. Jason's went in and paid, so just waiting to go over to where the actual dump truck's at, so I haven't seen it in person yet.
There's a trailer. Oh, red trailer. Alright, where do you want to play with this?
I say just pull up to the trailer and then
We'll deal with it.
Deal with it, yeah. There's a parts truck for you. Yeah, I'd say just park her here and
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So I think we're up the back.
Here we go. First look at Jason's new purchase here. Still trying to track down keys for it. We got some jumper cables hooked up here. Gonna let her charge for a second. Let's see what she does. Still needs to charge for a bit here. Change of plans, going to get the batteries. Alright, y'all, we just picked us up 3 hot Rural King batteries here. A little bit of diesel 911, some ether, and a whole lot of hope. So I think we got faith in her now.
It's way better.
Alright, fresh batteries in her. Let's see if she comes to life. Take 2, we forgot a battery cable. Got a little bit of smoke. You got fuel smoke coming out.
Yeah.
Trying to. Got like a little whiff of black smoke out of it there.
Kind of appears to hit off a little. Who knows how long it's set now?
Yeah. Alright. Do it but to do it.
Huh?
Try it again. Let's see. Maybe give it a second. Yeah. Alright. Alright, y'all, she pulled out on her own there, circled the block, and there she is. We'll go get her put on the trailer. Alright, y'all, like I said, got her running. She's over there in the road just cheeching away. Have Jason pull us around here. We'll get loaded up and be on the road home. Ain't that a pretty truck? It said she's coming to life. We'll get her loaded up. All right, Jason wants to drive his truck here. Ready? Yeah. You gotta let the clutch out a little and she'll pop in. Yeah. Push your yellow in.
All the way here.
Yeah. Brakes are touchy.
There's Powerstroke.
Yep. You either gotta be you gotta try double clutching or you gotta be assertive with it.
What? Yeah.
You gotta be assertive, I should say. Give it some throttle, give it throttle, give it throttle, give it throttle, give it throttle. Like 1500. Keep giving it throttle. Let the clutch out, let the clutch out. A little less throttle. There you go. Alright, let off. Nope. Let off. A little. Give it some throttle. Get your clutch out.
Yeah.
Let off. We'll come to a stop. We'll try again here.
Yeah, that's kicking my ass.
It's okay. Wrap around and pull forward, like come to here. I don't know, like cross chain maybe. Then we'll have the fronts pulled like here.
Okay. That's the way.
So I don't know that it's a great way to go across the ramps.
Right.
So loaded up and chained down. It's time to go get some lunch and go home. Here's a quick walk around of what we got going on here. Oh, F250 Super Duty, putting in work. Got her all chained down. Just got done eating some Chick-fil-A for lunch here. Pretty good riding setup going down the road. Have to go get a scalp ticket and see where we're at weight-wise. Out here playing with the big boys. All right, y'all, it's getting late in the day here. We made it back with this beast. Trailer's all cleaned up. Truck's all cleaned up. It's pretty late. The old steel body 6.7, she did one heck of a job. She towed, this truck here ended up being quite a bit heavier than we expected. If you guys have seen my red 8100 International, it's about 16,000 pounds. I was expecting, since this had a smaller motor, it'd be a little bit lighter, but it actually surprised us and weighed 18,000 pounds, so 2,000 pounds heavier than my red International. so quite surprising. So we were just a touch over the tow rating published by Ford for the old steel body 2015 6.7 here, but man, it did a super awesome job. It towed at 4 hours home through the mountains of West Virginia and southern Pennsylvania there. I locked out 6th gear, just left it in 5th all the way, running about 2,000 RPMs, and she ran the speed limit the whole way home, did an awesome job. Trailer performed extremely well. Brakes, definitely good trailer brakes, made us safe getting home here. Definitely grateful for that. But yeah, there's going to be more that are coming on this truck. It's got some engine issues going on, but the rest of the truck's pretty solid. Got a little bit of cancer there, but Jason may be coming home from Christmas break there with some parts to fix that. So anyways, Jason's auction find dump truck made it home. He spent $3,000 on it at the auction, about $450 in auction fees, and then another $400 or so on brand new batteries there for her. But all in all, she's a good 30-footer. Needs a little love, but I think she'll be a good strong truck. Definitely built heavy, but it's spec'd well. It's got the 8 low transmission in it, plumbed for trailer air conditioning, cruise control, locking differential, exhaust brake. It's a pretty well spec'd truck. It's got 12-foot dump bed on it, live hydraulics. So if you guys like seeing this content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll try to follow Jason along, bringing this truck back to life and show you putting her to work. Otherwise, until then, it's getting late, it's dinner time, and time to hit the road and head home for Christmas. We'll be sure to catch you guys on the next one. I hope you guys like what you've been seeing, because there's plenty more to come. Some things I forgot to mention on that truck. Jason actually bought it sight unseen and with almost 0 pictures. The auction site had like 7 very poor pictures. Honestly, we did not know if it was an automatic or a manual until he had already won the truck, and literally all the description said was weak engine, so we weren't sure what that meant. Anyways, the auction went on, and it actually didn't even hit the reserve in the auction. Jason was the high bidder, so they gave him the option to buy it for reserve, which the auction company had set the reserve at $3,000. So we drove 4 hours away with $3,000, only ever seeing a couple pictures of the truck. Didn't even know if it ran or anything, but we scooted up there at the Super Duty and the Gooseneck, went, paid the auction, tried to jump it for about a half hour or so. That was no avail. Went to Royal King, got some new batteries tossed in it, and then a couple minutes of cranking and a little bit of influence with some ether, and she took off there. Runs fairly decent. Once it gets warm, just chooching some white smoke out of the breather, as you saw whenever we were loading it on the trailer there. So I believe some liners and O-rings are in that thing's future, if not a full end frame. It's probably same ballpark price just to do it all together at once there. But otherwise, mechanically, the truck seems to be in very good shape. Excellent brakes, excellent clutch, the dump works, all the lights and everything work, and has very good rubber on it. So I know Jason's very meticulous with his things. He likes it to be perfect, so I'm sure he'll do an A+ job getting this thing 100% roadworthy again. So it'll be exciting to watch that process. Like I said, we were just a little overweight there, but the old 6.7 with just under 250,000 miles pulled her home no problem. Stayed nice and cool. Like I said, I just locked out 6th gear and let her ride all the way home in 5th. Super proud of her. Definitely would have been more ideal to take that truck, or even super more ideal to take the dump truck, but unfortunately it was quite salty out. Did not want to get the dump truck in the salt, plus it was such a long road trip. The Super Duty is more comfortable to drive in the road trip. This truck, like I said, would have been the ideal. It's a 350 and it's newer, but I do not have the gooseneck hitch in this truck yet, so that delegated us to our old white Super Duty, the old workhorse of the channel here. But she knocked it out no problem, and we made it home safe, and I think we looked pretty good doing it. It's a few days later here. I was working on editing the video. We're a couple days after Christmas now. I can't believe the insane mistake I made and failed to catch it until now. I filmed a dump truck video and didn't even show the bed going up in the air. So we are gonna go fix that today. Jason, out on vacation for the holidays here. While he's down south, gonna pick up a cab, but he wanted me to pull a couple measurements off of his cab he has here currently. So we're gonna go run do that, fire it up. Hopefully it starts good. It's been starting okay, but it's sat for a few days. We'll see what happens. As long as it starts, we're gonna raise the bed up in the air so that you, the YouTube videos, can get the full enjoyment of a dump truck video and see a dump truck dumping. I'm also very intrigued to see what the engine hours are on this truck, so we'll try to fiddle through the menu and see if we can find that also. So let's go grab some keys, a tape measure, and get after this real quick. We got the keys. Like I said, we're going to promise y'all, as long as this thing starts, we'll raise the bed up. Coming to life. See how much easier she starts now? She's been sitting, oh, what is today? Today's Friday. It's been sitting since at least Monday. Let her build up air for a minute here. Exhaust is pretty clean out of her. Alright, I might need some help from someone a little more knowledgeable on these newer Internationals. So it's got 220,000 miles on it. Trip mileage, then engine hours. Is that correct for engine hours? If so, that's like 74,847.1 hours. Is that correct? I'm intrigued by that. Alright, like I promised, we're gonna hop in and at least raise the bed up. Alright, here she is with the bed up. Dump's pretty steep. Here's what all of her underbelly looks like here. Valve block for your plow controls, dump bed, and then sander controls in the back here. Overall, the bed, subframe, and everything's pretty nice looking. Nothing crazy. To show you, like I said, it's got a pretty decent dump angle on it. It may dump steeper than my truck, not sure. It seems to run pretty decent, but this blow-by is a bit concerning. So one thing interesting about this truck, where it's a plow truck, it's got a live PTO, so it's got this big hydraulic pump on the front of it here. That way it doesn't matter if you have the transmission in gear or not. You can independently run the bed up and down. So how that's done. So like in my International, it's got your traditional transmission mounted PTO. You'd have to push in your clutch, come over here, flip your PTO in, then let your clutch out, and it'd grind into gear and eventually start running. And it's transmission driven, so if you push in the clutch, it stops all bed control. But this thing, it doesn't matter whether the clutch is in or out. All you do is flip that switch on, and that engages your front clutch up there. So now the hydraulic pump is running off the front of the motor. So now we can just go up or down with our bed right now. The bed's raised, it's coming down slowly. It's kind of cold out. Once it gets down, I'll come back and we'll show you its up function here. There you go, you can see it coming down now a little faster. So yeah, like I said, with this switch out, I think that disconnects that front hydraulic pump. So this valve here does nothing now. See, working the valve, not moving the bed, but then just flick of the switch, not even have to do anything with your clutch. You just pull this back and boom, there goes your bed right up in the air. Easy as that. Give it a little throttle and she'll speed up. Still pretty quick even at idle though. So yeah, easy as that. I believe this here is probably a plow control. This here might be like an angle for the plow, not sure. Then these here would be your sander controls, or this may even be the auger for your sander. I don't know. Have to ask a DOH guy about that. I'm not sure what this lever here does. I'd be intrigued. Yeah, easy as that. Then you have your tailgate releases down here. It's a little button, air operated, to open your tailgate out the back. That's kind of similar to how it's set up on my truck. Yeah, not too bad. Like I said, it's a shame this truck does seem to run very good. Starts really easy. Just got to figure out what all this blow-by is from. Anywho, guys, we'll quit blabbing. I'll call this a complete video now that the bed has officially went up and you guys have seen it. It is officially a dump truck video, not just a truck video now.